Welcome back, ladies and gents, to an explosive and action-packed new episode of our League of Legends Top 5 Plays. This episode features some amazing plays with flawless mechanics, so take a break from whatever you're doing, glue your eyes to the screen, and don't blink because you won't want to miss a second of this. At our number 5 play, we have Matsuli on Varus playing in a pre-made Rank 5s game. At the start, we see Nidalee gaining on them, so they decide to pull her in, dealing huge damages as he reduces the amount she heals, and then he sidesteps the spear as Amumu comes in with his ultimate. Knowing she's still in the brush, he flashes and immediately shoots out his piercing arrow, grabbing the kill even though she jumped away. Afterwards, he turns and gets on Amumu as he banish tosses in, but he perfectly uses barrier, and then his team peels for him, forcing Amumu to flash away and allowing him the double kill. He then line of sights the bomb from Zilean, and thanks to the Blitzcrank knockup, he blindsides him for the third kill in this play thanks to backup as well as great solo plays from Varus. Coming in at our number 4 play, we have the Serpent playing on a Trolly Wukong who cheats death several times. At the beginning, we see he's in trouble as 3 members of the enemy team wail away at him as he tries to fall back to his support. He gets a heal, stands still, and then W's juking back the way he just came from as 3 enemy players turn to follow him, and Tark actually kills Xin Zhao, and right as Caitlyn starts the animation for her ult, he breaks line of sight, and not just once, but a second time as he enters another brush. With his cooldowns back up and the friendly Fizz coming in, he feels confident, so he eats to Caitlyn, juking them out as Fizz comes in, so he runs from one brush to the other as Sivir pursues, and then he uses his clone again to play them both like a fool and wastes the Caitlyn ult as well as kills Sivir. 2 ace in the whole attempts, and then she finally gets it off just to kill the wrong one. Scoring in at 3rd place is Psycho on Lee Sin, and we start this play off in the heart of the battle as Red Team secures Baron, but as the fight progresses, we see Blue Team slowly start to knock out player after player on Red Team. Psycho try kicking Rammus into the Cassiopeia ult, but she barely misses the catch on Rammus as well, but still does some nice damage on the enemy team before going down. They then turn to finish him up, but he ward jumps over the wall, and when Kennen flashes to follow, he turns with the Sonic Wave for the shutdown on Vayne. He slows Kennen as the Shuriken toss whiffs by, but when Rammus rapidly starts gaining on him, he ward jumps away, so Rammus goes around assuming he's gonna run up. And then Lux winds up the laser, but he quickly dodges it thanks to a fantastic reaction time. As he runs into the brush, we see him turn around to surprise Kennen with a Sonic Wave instant resonating strike in the face for the second kill. Extremely confident in his champion's capabilities, he runs around towards the Baron pit where they spot him and he baits out the Lux binding, and now we see Rammus rushing at him full steam ahead. He turns with his Q, but we see him wait out the rest of the Powerball before going back in and bursting him down. If he had Q back in immediately, he risks being popped up by Powerball into a taunt with defensive ball curl, which would have been his demise, especially with Lux on the way. He chases after Lux, but she goes back to base, ending this at a 3-kill killing spree for Lee Sin. Coming in at our number 2 spot is Plague Dodge on Graves with a quick but extremely action-packed clip. At the beginning, we see the enemy team surrounding him as the enemy casts it and leads in with his ultimate, but he gets the dash into the brush as the silence goes off. And now we see Beautiful cutting back as he brings Kassadin lower and lower, and then he explodes him with tons of damage from his buckshot and his ultimate, leaving him with Ignite to finish him off. After Thresh's Q, he immediately gets on Ezreal and dashes the Mystic Shot as he uses Blade of the Ruined King to kite away from Thresh and give him the upper hand to finish off Ezreal for the double kill. The friendly Aurelia teleports in to help Graves get the unthinkable triple kill, but before this play ends, I encourage you to rewatch this at least a couple more times to catch every little thing that made this play the gem that it is. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Potato ZZ minions on Vayne, and right off the bat we see Blitz hook in Alistar, and then she condemns him into the wall, forcing his ultimate as he W's Blitz into the enemy Ezreal before disappearing into the jungle. With Blitzcrank so low, she quickly springs into action and tumbles to absorb the Mystic Shot as Ezreal continues to chase, looking to end Blitzcrank's life, but in a free change of roles, Vayne is there to support Blitzcrank and be a meat shield for him. All of a sudden, Vayne turns around and gets on Ezreal with the help of the creeps, ripping through his health and forcing his Arcane Shift away and barrier. Xerath comes out of nowhere, but she pops Final Hour as he eases her, but she flashes the first charge, sidesteps the second, and then the third as well as Arcana Pulse as she scoops up the shutdown kill. All he needed was to land one spell of the Sunder, but the perfect mechanics allow for the kill. Let's check that out one more time as she pops Final Hour and goes stealth, which stops him from using his E right away as she reads his next move and flashes the first charge, moves out of the second while landing an auto attack in between, and then moves out of the third charge as she gets the kill right after. And for the Bone Scoop of the week, we have Samsky and Riven with an epically long escape while sitting at no health. Drop a comment down below letting us know your favorite of the 6 clips you saw today, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching. Also, don't forget to submit your pro plays for a chance to be featured on our show, and if you land the number 1 spot, you will earn yourself a hefty amount of Riot points, so please submit away. Thanks again everyone for watching. It's always a pleasure making these videos for you, and I'll see you back here soon for week 134 for League of Legends Top 5 Plays.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.